Okay, just want to do a quick video on the Team Pursuit handlebar failure that I'm sure you've seen. So I was actually watching the video live when it happened, and I was as shocked as everybody else was. Very happy to see Alex get up off the ground and off the track and not be as injured as he potentially could have been, or for that matter the whole team could have been brought down if 10 15 seconds early he was at the front. So very relieved to see him stand up, and yeah, obviously a bit bruised and battered, and after a catastrophic failure like that, but yeah, happy to see him stand up and walk around. So within 5 seconds of that, my phone started going, lighting up, phone calls, messages, notifications, etc. People wanting to know, well, what happened. And at that point in time, it's like, well, I don't know what happened. I've just seen it, just like you have. So it's very early days to there's no information, right? So I was a little bit surprised to see them ride again, but again, without having any detailed information on what they were using, in terms of replacement parts or whatever. Yeah, my initial reaction, was, well, I'd be grounding all those parts until you know what the failure, what was the cause of the failure. So so it later then came out there was a photograph of the failure. It was quite a grainy photograph, obviously enlarged from a distance, showing a clear break at the integrated bar stem combination. And so, that's really when it all sort of all the armchair experts jumped in and put their opinions in on what caused the failure, and people were asking me, well, what caused the failure? I was like, well, I don't know. We haven't seen any information. And then later it came out that Argon 18 made a statement saying that it wasn't one of their parts, and Bastion made a statement that it was one of their parts. So it was a 3D printed titanium part. So half the people on the internet who were straight away saying, oh, it's another carbon failure. Well, I think it's just when people make big, broad statements on things that they know nothing about, that it really doesn't help anybody. It certainly doesn't help Alex Porter, the rider. It doesn't help anyone else involved. So so then the next step is, well, okay, so Bastion have said it was one of their 3D printed titanium items. Now I've worked with Bastion. I've consulted to them in the past on projects. I'm working on a project with them now. I spoke to them. They're devastated to have a failure of one of their parts. Having worked with them, I know that they're very quality focused, and it's not some backyard company who's just randomly putting out parts that haven't been engineered. So these guys are experienced mechanical engineers from the automotive industry. They understand quality processes. They understand testing protocols. In the projects I've been involved with, we've gone through all these scenarios, all these steps. So they're at a loss to know what happened, and so again, I don't have any information on that. The next step is to get the parts back from Japan and do a failure analysis on those parts. I have offered to help with that if they require anything I can offer on that. And then, yeah, once that is done, then we can actually start to understand, you know, what happened. But, you know, all these statements of, oh, it's really poor engineering, oh, titanium's no good for this, 3D printing's no good, carbon's no good. I mean, half the people thought it was a carbon bar initially that failed. Oh, the wall thickness is too thin. I wouldn't recommend that. Again, you don't know the engineering involved, so having all this speculation is uninformed, misinformation, speculation. It doesn't help anybody. It certainly doesn't undo what's happened, and it doesn't resolve anything happening in the future. So proper failure analysis is required, and that's what's going to be done. And once that's done, then we can actually understand what happened. So that's basically it. So if you're coming here to look at this video for more sort of gossip and innuendo and misinformation, well, yeah, I can't supply that. I like to deal in facts, and at this stage we don't have any facts on the failure. I'll leave it at that. The racing's been fantastic, and that the Italian win against the Danes, that was edge of your seat stuff too. So you know, we've had lockdowns here in Melbourne. The Olympics has been good. We had a week off sort of thing, but of lockdowns. We're coming back into lockdowns as of 8 o'clock tonight. It's now around 6 o'clock. So yeah, I don't know when this is going to end in terms of lockdowns. Still got a few more days of the Olympics to go. Yeah, hope everyone stays safe, and I'll talk to you and do another video when I can. All the best. Bye.